Guys, this is Jay from The Crazy Life of Jay. I am back today with a relatively quick video. I was just going through my binder on a quick weekly review today and realized that there's this whole debate on, decorating versus not decorating, and planners that are heavily used utility based versus planners that are completely decorated the week before anything even happens. And clearly I fall more on the side of my planner is used. I don't heavily decorate. I don't typically pre-decorate anything. But I did realize as I was going through that I do use my planner almost as a scrapbook for certain occasions. So I thought it would be kind of interesting just to kind of go through and show you guys a little bit what I mean. Like I said, pre-decorating is something that if it works for you, great. Personally, for me, a lot of the pages and spreads that I see that are pre-decorated, I would just completely stress out. There's something about looking at a completely clean, blank day that helps me plan and helps me stay organized and focused. And I think if I had that much washi and stickers, I'd go nuts. But if that works for people, awesome. Do what you want to do. It's your planner. For me, I think the extent of my kind of pre-decorating, quote unquote, was, ta-da, look at that, a pumpkin on Halloween. I put that in before the day, up in the corner, out of the way. So like I said, for some people it works and that's great. For me, not so much. But I do kind of scrapbook per se in my planner. And the other reason I really wanted to do this is I had someone comment on my most recent video asking how I archive my pages and if I archive my pages. And I know a lot of people, again, don't. They, the plan is over, they throw it away. And, I realize that a big part of the reason that I do is because of all these kind of little additions that you're about to see that I put into my planner. They're things that I want to keep, and they're things that are mementos to me that I don't have the time and honestly the budget, because I started scrapbooking and realized how expensive it can be. So I don't have the time, I don't have the energy. It's not my first passion in the crafting world to focus on really pretty scrapbooking. So I kind of opt more for this kind of as life happens scrapbooking. So basically, kind of just to give you an idea, let me see here. So I think I showed a couple things in my most recent post. I think that this was one of them. For my work, we sponsored a concert called Hinterland here in Des Moines. And this was the day that one of my favorite bands, Old Crow Medicine Show, played. I could have thrown the ticket away. I'm sentimental. I also, otherwise this would end up in a desk drawer somewhere and I would find it in several years and not want to throw it away because I'm sentimental like that, but I wouldn't know what to do with it. So I just kind of clip it onto the page, and it's a fun way to look back, while I have it in the planner. It's a fun way to look back once I've archived the pages to have those little mementos of different things in there. So I have things like that, things like this. We are in Iowa, and if there's one thing about Iowa, the state fair is huge, and I got to go my first year here. So I took the map, I cut it to size, I punched it. Again, is this something that is really informationally needed? Did I use this in my file packs at the fair? Absolutely not. But it was a fun way to go back and look and be able to see, the 2015 fair and what was there. And there's still, the schedule in the back and things like that. So just a silly little memento that just makes me happy to go back and look at, more than just saying, okay, wow, awesome, we went to the state fair that day. That doesn't, for calendar purposes and appointment purposes, that's awesome, but it's cool to have something a little bit more kind of in my face. We were really lazy on our anniversary and got Chinese food. Anytime we get Chinese takeout, I always take my fortune and I tape it in. Again, just something silly and little, not necessary. Could throw the fortune away. I could put it somewhere else. But it's just kind of a silly little thing in there. And I apologize for the camera-shaped shadow that's on this page. I'm filming this later at night, and as much as I would have loved to tell myself, I'd do it another day, I had it written down as a to-do today, so it had to get done. So I apologize for that. Another one is this. So A friend of mine has an adorable 2-year-old, and we did an apple orchard with them, and he gave me a little card that had these little stickers on it, and I thought it was just the cutest thing. And I didn't, I couldn't keep the envelope forever because that would, just be silly, but I wanted to remember that he gave them to me, so I took them out, and, I think I have some on the monthly page too, and I put, stickers from Levi, so something silly, but this all happened after I knew I had the blank room on the page. It wasn't taking up space that I knew I needed, so it was just kind of a fun little thing to add later on. And then I think I have a couple more. Where's one? Oh, so this one I'm only going to show you the back of because there's some personal information on the front of, but the weekend we went camping. Again, another silly thing. This was a little card. The front side has like our contact information and our vehicle information because this was the little ticket. If anyone's ever been camping in America, a lot of places, the campsites will have a post on the front and you have all your information on a little card that they put in the post, and you can see the marker coming through because they'll write the park rangers will just write the day you're leaving so that they can drive by your campsite and not have to bother you and say, did you pay? What day are you leaving? They can just drive by and know that that person has paid through whatever date. It was a really fun camping trip. I wanted a memory of it. Another silly little one, on that same day, we stopped at a coffee shop and they put these cute little stickers on their coffee cups. So again, silly little thing. I had the room. I wanted to kind of remember it, so I put it in there just to make me smile, because why not? Here's another one. Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me If You're in America and You're a Public Radio Listener is one of my favorite public radio shows. And now that I work for public radio, we actually brought it to Des Moines, the show. So I got to meet the crew and everything, and it was an awesome show. So I wanted to keep my ticket. Just again, kind of a reminder of a fun night. And then the last one I think I have so far, I have more, from the beginning of the year, but like I said, I think I only have, June, July onward. So this is just kind of the second half of the year. And then the day after Halloween, we ran a 5K race, and it was kind of nice. They printed out these little tickets for you once you finish the race that had your time and all of your details in it. So it was kind of fun to be able to put that in there, and I know that where I finished and everything. So again, I don't need it, but it's easy enough that I can flip up that page and see what I still did that day, so it's not really in the way, especially because everything I add, if I add something that covers the whole page, I'm adding it afterwards. So I don't need to go back to this unless I need to refer to it for something, in which case this is not a big deal to do. Now, if it was a week in advance and I needed to lift this up every time I needed to write an appointment or check something, it would drive me nuts. But that's why I do it after. So it makes sense and it works for me. So that's it. Like I said, quick video. It was just something that in planning the next video that I'm about to shoot, it kind of occurred to me that I do things a little bit differently. Because I know it seems like there's two very distinct camps of decorating or no decorating. And I guess I wouldn't consider what I'm doing decorating per se, but it is kind of an interesting hybrid that, I'm not against kind of those little personal things. But I guess that's the difference for me, is they are very personal things. It's not necessarily things that I buy in the store to make the planner pretty. It's just kind of things that I've collected from life. So I don't know if this is at all informative or helpful, but I thought it was something that was interesting, so I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions about this or anything else, please, as always, leave them in the comments or in the blog post. I check both and try to reply when I can and when it's needed. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.